I guess our next installment on what we're doing here with our hoop house. I think our last video we gave you guys, we did the door and the back window. Since then I've been working on the workbench on the inside, and you'll see that there's foam around the edges of the hoop house. All it is 1/2-inch pipe insulation. It's secured 2 ways. It comes with a kind of a double sticky tape on the inside, and then we just use some tie wraps to cinch it. When we wrap everything with plastic, this will keep any rough edges from the steel of the panels from ripping through the plastic. So today's project is I'll be working on finishing up the bench. Well, really it's all finishing touches so that we can close it in. I'll work on the bench a little bit. Right now we'll be adding some framing to both sides of the door on the front of the house so that we'll have more attachment points for the plastic. And you'll see over here in my midst of stuff over here, I found the old fan that I used in our other greenhouse, so I'll probably work on getting some framing done on the back for the fan, as well as for plastic in the back of the greenhouse. So we'll go ahead and do the framing. I've pre-cut all my pieces because, trust me, the last thing you guys want to see me do is geometry. As an electrician, my algebra game is pretty spot on, but my geometry game is, well, not. So here we go. I'll just go ahead and get these framed, these pre-cut pieces of framing in around the door. The screws are just an outdoor construction screw, kind of a catch-all for us. I probably overscrew it, and we're using 3-inch screws for the main pieces, and then when I toenail in the centerpiece, I'll just use 2-inch screws. Really, it can go together with nails. For me, it's worth it. It's easy to take it apart if you need to take it apart. One thing about this design is, okay, so our cattle panels are 48 inches wide, and we do have a few extras. That back wall, the way I built it, would be real easy to remove. So if we wanted to extend the length of this, we just bring down another cattle panel or 2. Again, we've got an overlap of 1 foot with each panel, so we could extend in 3-foot increments pretty easily. So being able to take everything apart, to me, it's worth the extra expense of screws, or really for us. So, all right, I'll keep going. Bats, come here, Bats. Up here, come on.
What are you doing down there?
Oh boy.
Come on. Good boy.
And again, you know, not again, but there's no, we're building it on the fly. You'll notice there's really not a level here. We are trying to square things up, but you know, all of my measurements is just eyeballed. I'm keeping it even on each side. I came up 10 inches from this piece. It just gives us a lot of surface area to attach the plastic to. So I'll go ahead and get this in. I'm inside the hoop house, and again, I pre-cut things. What we've got going on here is I'm making or finishing our workbench, and well, it'll be a combination of workbench, and we'll probably have plant storage up here as well. We'll lay out the plant storage as we go. The big thing that I'm really looking forward to, you know, I think this looks great, and it's a big improvement from the first one that I made a couple of years ago. but watching the inside of this turn green over the next few weeks is what we're both really excited for. And of course, we're going to share all that with you all. So what I've done here, you'll see, is I've just cut a couple pieces of plywood to fit my framing. You want to make sure that wherever you've got pieces together that you got framing underneath to attach to. And you'll see that's what I've got here. And you'll also see, maybe, that I'm only putting a solid surface on roughly half of it. And then from here over, what we had some leftover chicken wire, and chicken wire is actually a pretty broad term. We probably have, I don't know, 4 or 5 kinds of fencing that we use here, trying to hone in on the best. But this was just scrap, and what it does, we can put flower pots up here, tools, whatever. Any mess that we make will just fall right through, so it keeps the cleanup and the clutter a little easier to maintain. And on this end, again, we got a solid surfaces for tools and whatever else. You guys get it. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach this. There's a workstation. I got a little more fencing to put on to finish up this end. Windows set. Like I said, I'm gonna work on framing the back side, and I'll finish up the front, the other front part by the door. Here we go. So here we go. We're all framed in for plastic on the front. The shelf is 99% there, and I'm going to work on pre-cutting my pieces and figuring out the fan on the back end of things, and we'll just pick up from there. Thanks. Come on in. Hey, buddy. So for now, all I've done, I want to test the motor. I've got it mounted here. I want to test A, that it works because it's been setting out for a couple of years now. And then B, I want to make sure the rotation is going the right way. And then I can neaten up the wiring. So we'll come around this way.
Yep.
So here we go. We'll see if there's enough sun to get the fan rolling, and we'll see if the fan even works. Here we go. So honey, what I need you to do is check and let me know if the fan is blowing out or if it's drawing in.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. That was it. So
That was it?
yeah, we've got we have a solar powered greenhouse now. I think we've mentioned it before, but I'll just say that we got a couple of days of rain coming, but over the weekend, whenever that is, we will have a couple of days of sun. So I'm thinking we may be in a position to at least start skinning the greenhouse. So here we are. Thank you. Have a great afternoon. Bye.